Okay, hello and welcome to all. I welcome you all to lecture 5, and in this lecture I will discuss about NAB Bayesian classifier and how it will work. So, in the previous lecture we have discussed about some brief introduction to machine learning and deep learning, and I have given you the description. I have given you brief information about what is machine learning, where the machine learning is applied, and what are the concept of evolution of machine learning and deep learning, and how machine learning and deep learning are related with artificial intelligence. And so, what is the background of artificial intelligence and machine learning and deep learning? So, going on in second lecture, I have discussed about some machine learning paradigm, that is there are three main paradigms of machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning. And in supervised learning, we learn to map from an input to an output. And suppose I have some input data, that is I have a data of different patients who come to my clinic, and I am interested in finding whether the patient have different type of disease, yes or no, or I have a set of question, and I would like to know the answer from the system, whether the answer is yes or no, 0 or 1, or true or false. So, I have given the description of the question to the system, and system should give me the answer, whether the answer is true or false, or yes or no. Similarly, I have given the description of the patient, and I would like to know whether the patient have a particular type of disease, yes or no, true or false, or 0 or 1. So, moving on, there are two main classification of supervised learning problem, that is classification and regression problem. So, as we have talked about supervised learning, we map an input to output. So, if the output happens to be categorical output, that is output is 0 or 1 or true or false or yes or no, then we convert that type of problem is known as classification problem. And second type of problem is a regression problem, where output does not happens to be discrete value like 0 or 1 or yes or no or true or false, but output happens to be continuous value, that I am interested to know what will be the rainfall, what will be the temperature at different times of the day, or what will be the rainfall, how much rainfall there will be tomorrow at different times of the day or different times of the night. So, when we are interested in continuous output, then that type of problem is known as regression problem. And second paradigm of machine learning is unsupervised learning, where we are not interested in finding some output in response to the given input, but we are interested in finding important patterns from the given data, a given set of data. So, there can be variety of unsupervised learning problem, and two such problem we have discussed in the that lecture, that is clustering and association rule mining problem. So, clustering in clustering we want to we have a set of data, and I would like to know the categories of data. So, I am interested in finding cohesive grouping among the data. Suppose I have a shop, and I would like to know what are different types of customers who are coming to my shop. Okay, so what are different types of customer who are coming to my shop, and so on and so forth, and going on. Later on, we have discussed about some application of supervised learning problem, and then we have discussed about some application of regression problem, and we have discussed about some application of clustering problem, and some application of association rule mining problem. So, moving on, I welcome you all to the next lecture, that is lecture 5 on Naive Bayesian classifier. So, Naive Bayesian, first I would like to give you some basic concept of Naive Bayesian classifier. So, Naive Bayesian classifier is based on Bayes theorem of conditional probability. So, I am interested in finding the outcomes of any event. For example, if I toss a coin and I would like to know what will be the outcome, say outcome may be a head or outcome may be a tail, or suppose I have a given bag and there are number of balls within in the bag, and I do not know what type of balls, what colors there will be of different balls. So, I would like to know if I pick any ball without seeing the balls in the bag, what will be the probability that a particular color ball will be come out from the bag. So, you all know about the probability theory. So, same Naive Bayesian classifier is based on conditional probability, and Naive Bayesian classifier is very simple as compared to other classifier, and in this classifier we do not require any complicated iterative parameter estimation, therefore, which makes it very useful for large data set. We can use it, this type of classifier can be used it for solving many complex problem also. And Naive Bayesian model is simple and powerful as it states, and it can be used to outperform other classification model that we see when we go on detail. So, moving on, next we come to how it works. So, here I will give you a brief of how the Naive Bayesian classifier will be used to calculate the posterior probability. So, it provides way to calculate the posterior probability of a class given independent attribute. So, you may be aware, suppose I have a data set, maybe suppose I have a shop and I have collected the record of person who are coming to my shop, and I have collected, I know what are their age, what are their income, and where they live. So, for each person I know their age, their income, and where they live. So, these are the three independent attributes for a person. Okay? And I have a shop, so I would like to know whether a person who is coming to my shop will buy something or not. Suppose I have a shop of computers, and I know the person age, I know the person income, and I know where does he live. So, there may be n number of attributes, but for example, I am just giving you 3 attributes. So, these all attributes are independent, and my objective is to find out, is to know whether a person will buy or not buy the computer. Okay? So, my objective that I would like to know from the given set of attributes whether the outcome will be yes or no from the given set of attributes, that is known as posterior probability. So, next we come to we calculate the posterior probability. So, posterior probability will be calculated by this formula that is on right hand side. You can see we use a likelihood probability, that is P probability of attribute given class. So, now I would like to know if a person has a income, say 10,000, whether he will buy the computer or not, yes or no. So, class may be yes or no, or whether a person has a age, say 30 years or 18 years, whether he will buy a computer, yes or no. Clear hai? So, here I am looking for whether a person will buy given independent set of attribute. And now, for how from different attributes we calculate the posterior probability. For that, we need to find the likelihood probability of independent attributes, say age, income, or living, so on and so forth. And the outcomes which I am interested, that is whether he will buy or not buy, and what is the total probability of that independent attribute. So, we can calculate by calculating the likelihood of each attribute multiplied with prior probability of the class. Prior probability, suppose I am interested in knowing yes. So, what are different yes among given number of yes, and then divided by prior probability of that independent attribute. It may be age, it may be income, it may be so on and so forth. Okay. So, this is how you can see PCX is a posterior probability for class when attribute X is given, and PXC is a likelihood probability of attribute given class or target, and PC is a prior probability of class, and PX is a prior probability of attribute. Okay. So, next moving on, here on the bottom of this formula, you can see another formula, and probability yes or no for the given set of attribute. So, suppose I am talking about the customer who are coming to my shop, and customer has different attribute: name, age, income, where does he live, what is the status, color, eyes, hair, or dress up, or so on and so forth. Okay, and my objective is that I would like to know whether he will buy something from my shop or not. So, now here I am taking, I would like to know the outcome from the n number of attribute. So, here I will calculate the likelihood probability of each attribute given the class. So, likelihood of x1 given class multiplied with likelihood of x2 given class multiplied with likelihood of xn and so on and so forth multiplied with prior probability of class. So, we will see from example, and I will move on to the example. Okay, so next we come to this part that I would like to calculate the posterior probability. So, we can calculate the posterior probability by creating a frequency table. So, you can see the frequency table for independent attribute. You can see that I have collected a data of 14 days where data of 14 days, where what is the outlook of the day. So, there will be different kind of outlook for each day. बंद करो 5 मिनट अभी तो, अरे भाई 4 बजने दो. हाँ तो बस क्या तुम लोगों को भी okay. So, we what will be the outlook of different day, like whether it is sunny day or it is overcast day or it is rainy day. And so, there are 14 days data we have collected, and out of these 14 days data, 3 days are sunny day and 4 days are rainy day, overcast day, and 2 days are rainy day. And so, there will be among these 3 types of day, the player will play the golf even whether it is sunny day, overcast day or rainy day. So, player can play the golf on given 14 days. Out of 14 days, 9 days he can play, whereas the player cannot play even given sunny day is given day is sunny, 2 day he cannot play, or given 3 days rainy day he cannot play. So, I would like to know on the given different condition of the outlook of the day. So, I am interested whether on a given sunny day, whether player will play golf or not. So, this is my prior probability. I would like to calculate the class yes given attribute x. Okay. So, this is class yes and attribute is sunny. So, what will be the formula? The formula will be I need to calculate the likelihood of x given sunny. So, x is sunny here. So, sunny given yes and multiplied with prior probability of yes and multiplied with prior probability of sunny. Okay. So, here you come and what is the likelihood of sunny given yes. So, this is sunny and the total value of sunny on yes is 3, and I would like to calculate the likelihood of sunny given yes. So, it will be 3 by 9. You can see it is 3 by 9, and I would like to know what is the prior probability of yes. So, total there are 9 yes value, and 9 is yes value, and what is the prior probability of yes? That is, I would like total number of days are 9. So, you can see 3, 4, 7, 2, 9, and then the total number of yes is 9, and 9 is out of 14. So, 9 is out of 14. So, you can see that 14 is the total number of day. So, what is the total known probability of yes? That is 9 given 14. And next is I would like to know what is the prior probability of sunny. So, here you can see there are 5 days of sunny, and sunny, that is 5 days, and what are the total number of days we all know. So, it is 5, and if I would like to know the probability of sunny days, that is 5 divided by 14. So, you can have 5 divided by 14. So, now I apply, I would like to know P sunny, yes given sunny and is P sunny given is, that is 3 by 9 multiplied by 9 by 14 and divided by multiplied by prior probability of yes divided by prior probability of sunny given 14. So on and so forth. So, you can see this will be cut and this will be cut and so 3 by 5, that is 0.6. So, if I would like to know the same no given sunny and here I will calculate and then I compare, I design a classifier if sunny, if yes given sunny is greater than no given sunny, then I can say then player will play golf. Else so, here I will end this lecture and I will continue this lecture on the next class. So, that is how you can see we can use the prior probability and so I thank you all for listening to this lecture. So, here we will stop and we continue to discuss the same Bayesian classifier in the next lecture. Thank you very much.